I am a pro chef when it comes to Monster Hunter cooking thing. I will cook anything you want me to. I am a fish connoisseur. This well steak is nothing to me. I can cook this in my sleep. Or better yet, I can cook a real meal on top of my PC whenever I run this game. Nothing can stop me from becoming the best chef in Monster Hunter Wilds. If I wanted to play a game where I can turn off my brain, this would be it. Except when this little Indian boy keeps talking when I'm playing throughout the story. Like, please shut up. God damn! Monster Hunter has everything. While everyone is busy hunting monsters, I'll be busy hunting fish. This Whopper is kicking my ass. Why don't you just let me reel you in? Come on! Honestly, I've been having so much fun playing Monster Hunter Wilds, but holy crap was the beginning of the game so confusing with how much stuff gets thrown in your face with the HUD interface. Every button on the controller does something, and whenever I had the capture net equipped by accident, it felt like I was playing Pokemon Snap. I'm not trying to take a picture in the middle of the fight. The first Monster Hunter game I played was Monster Hunter World. The world was amazing, but it didn't capture my attention as much as Wilds did. Also, they didn't have the best weapon in the world, the hunting horn. I may be late to the series, but I'm grateful that I went to my local game store and I handed them my hard-working $70 for a copy of the Steelbook version. No, it doesn't come with extra content. No, it doesn't come with an exclusive costume. The one thing it does come is an amazing cover art. Was it worth paying $10 more? No, but don't let me remember that. Despite Wilds being an open world game, I enjoyed this game design rather than the hub world design all the previous games have. Especially when you progress through the story enough and start to encounter tempered monsters, it makes my life way easier farming decorations by just opening my map and looking at the different monsters in the environment so I can head towards them. Monster Hunter Wilds even makes carving realistic. I can't believe I have to chisel the bone parts myself and collect it. Now I have to be really careful not to chip the bone of the monster. I don't want it breaking. Ever since I've been playing single player games less and less, or games in general, Wilds feels like a game to me. I can relax and play by myself or enjoy it more with friends and not worry about missing content that most new games don't have. Maybe it's because I'm getting old as hell and rotting in this seat that I'm currently editing as time passes. Every hour, every minute, every second, staring at the screen, hoping to get a new game to awaken my childhood, so I can finally feel like the younger me who enjoyed games and never complained about it. Or maybe I just like indie games better. Anyways, joining a friend's quest or environment is a pain in the ass, even if you figure out as you're playing the game. Out of all the features they implemented, Capcom couldn't make a traditional co-op story campaign instead of waiting for all of your party members to sync the cutscenes. Yeah, let me just wait for my invite while this big ass monster is trying to kill me. This was my only big complaint about the game. If somehow they made it to where they could join the party and go through the story at the same environment link. Other than that, I don't have any other issues with it. When it comes to the combat system, it's like any other Monster Hunter. Attack the big monster because big scary monster might hurt people. Nothing really changes throughout the Monster Hunter games, or at least that's my impressions of the games. One change they did make to Wilds is the focus mode. Focus mode makes the game easier by focusing the weak parts of the monster, and attacking while in this mode can reward you with a chance of a stun for extra damage, making the combat fluid and fast instead of praying that your weapons will stagger them after a hit. This addition ensures that players can take advantage of the enemy's weaknesses more effectively, allowing for a smoother combat experience. It refines the way battles play out by reducing reliance on chance and instead emphasizing skillfully targeting. This change helps maintain the game's pacing, keeping encounters engaging and rewarding while still preserving the challenge of mastering different weapons and playstyles. That said, I'm gonna be honest with y'all and say that I did not pay attention to the story at all. Yes, I know. Apparently the story covers lore not like the rest of the games, and it's really good, but I just did not pay attention to it. From the top of my head, this is how the story went. A little Indian boy gets pushed down by his uncle to not get killed by Arkvald. Hunters, which is us, save him, and now we are trying to bring him back to the tribe, but find out that his tribe has artificial monsters called guardians. We kill the guardians because they are no to the environment. Life flourishes after defeating the boss, and now we got tempered monsters running around the areas where they don't belong. Also, this little dumbass is annoying. Shut up and watch me kill this monster. Sure, I missed a good portion of the story, but in my head, it was all about me smashing hunting horn on monster head. Monsters should die. Hunting horn make music. There has been people complaining about the lack of endgame content, but once I read the hours they put, I wish I never read it in the first place. I mean, at least they got their money's worth. I see the complaint from both sides, one arguing that the game lacks depth and is really easy to get to high rank, and the other side saying it's an addicting game but with fun mechanics. I think I stand in the middle of both sides. At least I hope I am. I'm not gonna lie here and say Wilds is not an easy game to play. I breezed through the story within 3 days. If it wasn't for me waiting on friends and those damn cutscenes, I probably would have finished it in a day and a half. But it was a good easy, not a boring easy. The battles kept me engaged to the point where it didn't feel like a chore killing monsters and doing the same thing over and over again. Mechanics and gameplay felt fluid. Unlike Worlds, it made hunter rank progression enjoyable throughout the whole game. Before anyone comes at me though for talking bad about Worlds, I remember vividly how all my friends who got the game gradually dropped it within the first sections of the story, leaving me to play all alone and grind it, but then I got kind of bored of it and dropped it too. It's not that I didn't like the game, it's more like leveling was a hassle to get through, and I never made it to that DLC, as you can tell by my playtime. I wish I got more into it so I could have done the DLC, since the majority of the Monster Hunter fans say it was a really good expansion. Wild's map layout and pacing gave me what I wanted in games. A natural feeling of hunting and exploring without the game feeling like an endless grind to get to the higher rank in order to enjoy the rest of the features. At some point in the story, the game forces you to do side quests to continue, and it's not bad as I thought. They made side quests actually enjoyable. How can a game make side quests enjoyable, especially fetch quests? I feel like every other game's side quests are just filler to give the illusion of extra content, like a filler episode from an anime. As a person who is relatively new to Monster Hunter franchise, this game could have not been any better for me. I know that die-hard fans anticipated Wilds would surpass earlier games, but I honestly felt that this was a fantastic game for new and die-hard fans. We're also getting free updates to the game. Yes, you heard me right, free updates. Something that game companies find foreign. They just announced the addition of Mizutsune and finally gear and tempered version of Soshia. I have really good expectations for the future updates for this game. I will be playing day one when it drops. Capcom dedicated their time into making Monster Hunter Wilds, and it shows. From the interconnected environments that allowed natural exploration to the interactions each monster had with one another. Wilds is a complete game, but a short one that fully immersed me into the world. I haven't experienced this feeling in such a long time, since most of the games are hot piles of garbage full of bugs and badly optimization. Now, if you excuse me, I'll go back to my fishing mission of getting the biggest tuna fish. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you want more of these half-assed videos, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. See ya.